Welcome to the show. Got an exciting one here for you. We are talking everything you need to know about the NFL playoff picture. I'm going to pull up the bracket. We're talking wildcard, divisional, and Super Bowl prediction possibly at the end. I'll give you guys my input here, the full breakdown to get you guys completely up to date. As you can see here, I'm going to pull up the bracket on everything you need to know. Who's playing who, what's going on, what's the schedule, what are some predictions, what should we anticipate, everything in this video. If you're new to the channel, hit the thumbs up, smash it, tap it, slap it. Fantasy football regular season is over and playoffs and championships, it's all over. But we're continuing on with NFL news, truth to sports, and we're rolling out 2025 content. So if you're new to the channel, hit the thumbs up, turn on that bell. We talk NFL, truth to sports, everything here for fantasy. If you guys actually want to win fantasy, this is it. So hit the thumbs up, and in the comments below, wild card weekend here, after we have a discussion here, who do you think is going to win these matchups? I want to get some feedback. Who do you guys like? Who's your favorite team? Is your team in the playoffs? Want to get your feedback? We're going to do a deep dive here. So if you want to get up to date, roll up your sleeves. This is the only video that you're going to need to get up to date on what is going on with these matchups, what the spreads are and everything like that. Now, again, hit the thumbs up, drop a comment below. Let me know who you like. And also, if you want my picks, if you want to know who wins these matchups, I have the Counselor's Edge. I've linked it below. Get the picks below. Just click on the link below and you're going to get my picks, who the winners are against the spread straight up. It's going to be all there for you. Counselor's Edge, I've linked it below, okay? So let's dive into this here. Now I'm going to break this down and pull up the visual here. And if you're in the car, I've got a visual pulled up here on the bracket for the Super Bowl. So we got two games on Saturday. I want to emphasize. We got two games. We got the Chargers and the Texans playing on Saturday. We got the Steelers and the Ravens. That's a Saturday game. And we've got four other games. We got 3 on Sunday, 1 on Monday, just so you guys are up to date. 1 o'clock on Sunday, Denver versus Buffalo. Going to be an exciting one. We got the Packers and the Eagles at 4:30 and the Commanders and the Buccaneers at 8:15. And we got a Monday, January 13th game at 8:15 Eastern, which is going to be an exciting one. We got the Vikings and the Rams. So let's talk about this. Let's break it down here for you. And man, oh man. And obviously, you know, the Lions and the Chiefs are the number 1 seed, so they get a bye. Now, just looking at this, you know, quick glance, man, it's going to be very hard to beat the Lions and the Chiefs. Now, whether you're into the conspiracy that, like, you know, the fix is in for the Chiefs, I'm a little bit on that boat. I think that a three-peat is a great story. They've got the Taylor Swift narrative still going. We're going to talk about the prediction at the end. So stay to the end. I'm going to go over my prediction on who I think is actually going to potentially win the Super Bowl. I'm going to do a separate video on that. Totally. I kind of wanted to focus more on the bracket today. But yeah, there's just so much going on, a lot of storylines, and we're going to talk about it. So I'm going to pull up the bracket here. Let's move up from the top left, and then we'll go down to the bottom right. Kind of work our way from left to right, NFC to AFC here. Now we've got the Vikings and the Rams game. Vikings are a 1.5 favorite against the Rams at home. Now in this game, man, this is a surprising team. Honestly, the Vikings have surprised, going 14-3, the Rams 10-7. It almost seems like the Vikings are, I think, in my opinion, the better team. I do like their offensive weapons a little bit better. I mean, you know, we had some injuries with Kupp and Puka. Kyron's great too. I think the running game definitely goes to the Rams, but this is going to be an exciting game nonetheless. But here's the thing. Anybody that wins this game, it doesn't matter. I don't see them getting past the lines. Again, that's how I see that. But we got the Commanders and the Bucks. You know, with those guys, it's going to be a tricky one. Jaden Daniels is absolutely amazing. He is a guy that's been tearing it up. So Jaden Daniels, who would have thought he went 12-5? He is the future. It's going to be an interesting one. That one, we've got, you know, the Commanders favored by, the Buccaneers favored by 3. I don't know, guys. What do you think of that one? That one I'm a little torn on. You got to kind of lean towards Buccaneers. And the way Mike Evans is playing, breaking records in receiving yards, absolutely amazing. I think he had, 10 or 11 seasons, 1,000+ yards receiving. Amazing, right? Amazing. And you got the Packers and the Eagles here. Packers, I don't know, Jordan Love had an elbow thing going, but I think he's supposed to be good to go. Eagles rested Saquon, didn't break that record. Told you should have broke it, didn't do it. Eagles versus Packers. So just at first glance, right, you would think the favorites are going to win this. Let me know what you guys think here. You would think, looking at the brackets, that the favorites are going to win this. So, I mean, the Rams could easily upset the Vikings. The Commanders, depending on how Jaden Daniels play, could upset the Buccaneers. And, I just don't see the Packers getting past the Eagles. I just don't see it. But let me know what you guys think. Looking at the AFC bracket here, we've got, the Chargers and the Texans. That game, we've got the Chargers favored by 3 points. So they're favored by 3 points. Texans, I think they lost 4 out of their last 5 games. They haven't looked good. Passer rating for CJ Stroud, I think, is like 87. He's played terrible this year. Now, you could chalk that up to a Tank Dell injury, Stephon Diggs being out. You could say whatever you want, but when you look at this, man, the Chargers, I think, are just a better team. Herbert's a more established quarterback, more set in the offense. Now, I think they just signed Zeke on, which I think is crazy and stupid. Like, I think he's going to be on the practice squad. I think he's more of a depth piece, but useless at this point in his career. But when you look at that game, again, that could go either way. I edge the Chargers for sure, and that's where the spread's showing. Then you look at the Steelers and the Ravens. When you look at this game here, Steelers, obviously the better defense, but it looks like a clear-cut win for the Ravens, who are at home, -10 favorite in this one. Lamar Jackson leaning towards an MVP-type season. Steelers, I think they lost their last 4 games. They just have not looked good at all. The Steelers have just not looked good at all, period. Like, there's no denying how they've been looking. That's why 10-point favorite are the Ravens. I just don't see the way Lamar has been playing. Mark Andrews, you saw him last week, get into the groove as well. Henry, they've got all the weapons. Henry signed on to the Ravens knowing that they are contenders and they want to win. I mean, they're just too good. No matter how good the Steelers defense is, I just don't know how they can hang with the Ravens. And then you've got Bo Nix, who's been absolutely looking amazing. I was looking at some stats, and his stats are better than Pat Mahomes. I think, what is he, 29 touchdowns to 12 interceptions. He's got 3,775 yards, 3,900 yards for Mahomes, 26 to 11, touchdown ratio. Just been looking better, man. He's a good quarterback, young quarterback, bright future ahead. I don't know if the Broncos have enough to beat the Bills, though. I'll tell you that. Josh Allen is making a run. So as you can see, if you look at the bracket, as they slip past these guys, they're going to play each other, right? In the divisionals are going to be interesting because you can have, I think, the Bills and Ravens. Man, that would be amazing. That would be an amazing match, right? Again, can the Bills, if they make it, get past the Chiefs? That's a question mark. And then you've got the Lions. They're going to be hard to beat. Can the Eagles, if the Eagles make it that far, get past the Lions? The way that it's shaping up on paper, I mean, it's very hard to deny a Lions versus Chiefs Super Bowl based on how it's looking. I want to get your feedback. Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? Again, I'm going to do another video on this, but if the fix is in, the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl. Could Josh Allen actually end up making it? Is he going to get past the Ravens? That's another big question. Could he get past the Ravens? It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I'm looking at this, man. It doesn't look easy. So I'm looking at this road. Let me know what you guys think. Again, I wanted to kind of give you the playoff picture, go over it with you briefly, give you an overview. And if we're talking upsets, let's talk about some upsets. Who could absolutely upset this week? I kind of talked already about the Rams. I don't even think it's a major upset. I think the Rams could upset. I think Commanders could beat the Bucks. Packers could beat the Eagles. I just see it very hard. Steelers or the Broncos beating the Bills. I think that's going to be really, really tough. And I guess that's why the spread's higher. So, hey, listen, I'm excited. This is where I kind of shut fantasy football off. Now, again, we are rolling out 2025 content, but I shut fantasy football off. And before I get to my prediction here, and I really just focus on the games. And it just really, I take in every single game. There's no distractions. There's no crappy teams. That's what I love about the NFL playoffs, is that like all the crappy teams are weeded out. But this week is going to be a real telling tale on how serious these teams are and if they can actually win. So exciting week, guys. NFL playoff, wildcard week. Then we got divisional. Then we got Super Bowl. Again, Super Bowl prediction is going to be tough. I love the Lions. I think they're a great team. I like Jahmyr Gibbs running wild without Montgomery because he's the most talented out of them. You saw him go nuclear he went crazy. He went absolutely nuts in that last game 4 touchdowns, 170 some odd scrimmage yards. Amazing. So I'm kind of rooting for the Lions. I just like this. It's a great offense to watch. Lions Chiefs is kind of my prediction. But man, I mean, the Bills and the Ravens, how do you discount how good they are? Those are games you want to watch closely, especially if the fix is in. If they end up playing the Chiefs, right? Like, how is that going to go? Are the refs really favoring a team? And with, this is something more people are aware of now, is the NFL fixed when you're looking at Super Bowl predictions and stuff. And that's something we're going to watch closely and really, really monitor. More people are aware of this now. I've been talking about this since a long time, man. I remember as early for me, I remember Peyton Manning when he won the Super Bowl, right? That's when the last time Broncos won, it was Super Bowl 50. Was it 2015-ish, 2016? Man, oh man, like I knew that they were going to give Peyton the last Super Bowl. And he was throwing beach balls that game. It was terrible. So anyway, we don't know who's going to win. I'm kind of leaning Chiefs. I like the Lions. Going to be interesting to see what Buffalo does, though, if you actually look at that Super Bowl win and the Ravens. So let me know what you guys think. Drop it below. I just want to get everybody up to date on the NFL playoff picture, the NFL playoff bracket. Let me know in the comments who's going to win. Hit the thumbs up. Turn on the bell. More content rolling for you daily here, and Fantasy Football 2025 content rolling out. Subscribe, thumbs up. We'll talk soon.